Go ahead.
Zach, what did you think of, first of all, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase together tonight?
Yeah, it was good to see. I thought that was a strong start from them. First drive overcame a penalty, put us in a first and goal from 20-yard line-ish. To overcome it with a touchdown and then come back on the second drive with a touchdown for 0, I thought was great to see.
What were you hoping to see from the defense and how you feel about just something?
Well, obviously, defense, we're trying not to show a lot of what's going on. So we're trying to keep it as little as possible and let guys win some one-on-ones. And today there was a lot of 50-50 plays that I thought Philly made, especially early in the game, that gave them some extended drives there. But overall, just as a team, this was a team effort in the loss. 34-27, whatever it was, 7-point game. Okay, we gave up 7 points on field goals. We lined up offside on a field goal. They missed it. They got 3 points. We hit the center on a field goal. That turned into a touchdown. So that ended up being a 4-point drive. So that's 7 points right there. Penalty on a long kickoff return that we had. Gave up a long punt return, threw an interception, gave them the ball in scoring position. And so those are all things that, as a team, we can't tolerate, we can't have. We got to play better team football than that. And I expect our guys, I like the fight. These guys come back. They give us a chance at the end. That I appreciate. But there's a lot of things that we got to fix and correct as a team. That's not one unit. That's not one person. That's not one position. It's a whole team effort that we got to fix in order to win our next game.
And you'll probably be able to give us a better answer once you watch the film. What were your first impressions of Jamar out there tonight?
It's real tough for me to give an answer on that one. I can't really single anybody out that way.
Touchdown, Jamar's touchdown, I think, kind of like the one in Dallas.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about as basic as it gets.
Same route, same play, same just other side of the field. That was about the only difference. Maybe even the same yard line. But yeah, very a little bit different coverage, but yeah, same situation, how that played out. He's great at finishing those plays.
What means something to the guy that every quarterback is, like most?
I mean, he's understands the coverages and where to be and the body position. He can catch those back shoulder throws and not just on verticals down the field, but on the horizontal stuff as well. And so he made some nice plays for us there at the end.
Zach, how important is it for Joe to feel that pressure of the touchdown tomorrow? I know it didn't end up in a sack, but a free runner coming at him.
Yeah.
How important is that for him?
Well, I think, first of all, just the threat of being hit is a big reason why we want those guys out there, wanting Joe out there, because he knows he's not going to get hit in practice. So I think just for it to feel real in a game, whether he's getting hit or not, I think just him having the knowledge that it's possible. Someone can lose a one-on-one, I get hit on the backside, a free runner can come in. That's a whole different, you can't simulate that rep in practice. So I think it's good. That's a big part of why we're doing this. And so I think it'll be beneficial for us in the long run.
What did you see from Jake tonight, the quarterback leadership?
Yeah, I just thought that the second group, we got to do a better job getting in a rhythm. That was hard. Never really got a good rhythm there to get on track. Felt like we were behind the sticks quite a bit. And just as a whole, I say the communication really just, we had too many guys free, whether it be the run game, whether it be in protection, on some simple stuff that we shouldn't have.
What did you think of the first team offensive line in the first 2 series?
He looked well protected. It's to my eye. Obviously, I have to go back and watch those 2 series, but I felt really good about what they did. You can't help who you're playing against. Philly just won the Super Bowl. They got great depth on their team, and look at the roster. They got really good players on defense. I know it's not their starters out there, but I still was happy with how they went out there and did their jobs and were able to get 14 points on the board.
Showed you something?
There were some good things, and I'm sure some things that we'll correct as well. That's one you got to go back to and check to see the film.
The running game, Chris, you had some opportunities.
Yeah, overall, we got to get more out of our run game over the course of the preseason game. Sometimes that's how these games go. What's sad if every run was an efficient run there in those first 2 drives. We had the third round run that got it for us, so I was pleased with how that looked.
Evan told us he made some tweaks with his technique and he's going to go back to what he was used to doing, throwing out kicking. It's good to see him kind of get back on track of it.
It's great. You battle some go for it, 4th down stuff. You want to see Evan get some opportunities. You want to see the snappers get some opportunities. So I was pleased, obviously, with how that performance went. I thought his kickoffs were really good. I mean, those were right on the inch-yard line, forcing the return. I don't know, I'm not a kicking specialist, but it's hard to do much better than that, so I was pleased with that as well. Okay, great. Thank you.